Hi guys, Dave in Texas here, and you know, it's not a movie about the Telecaster. It's a movie about this Epiphone that I'm working on for a friend, and I've got a little bit of an issue. The good news is all that stuff that I edited out in the past, I left in this time. I shot everything has to do with fixing and modifying a guitar from scratch. All right. The tough news to take is that I laid it out on my editor, and there's 4 hours worth of video, okay, from start to finish to fix a guitar to mod. 4 hours worth of video. Well, no one's going to sit down and watch a 4-hour video on modifying a guitar. It's just, that's crazy, okay? Even the great movies of the past, you know, on the old movie channel, they had like a 15-minute break between, you know, 3-hour movies, okay, and those were good ones, you know. This one's just, you know, modifying this guitar, the Epiphone, right, which I no longer have. Of course, he's got it playing it now. But the thing is, guys, I got to segment this up, and of course, I edited it down. It's not going to have as many. It's not going to have 4 hours. It's going to be down to 3 hours or less, which that's still a long time. I'll try to cut it down to 2 hours and split those segments up in 20-minute segments, okay. But not everyone's going to have an introduction and an end to it. It's just going to go right into the next part of the video, because I'm just not the world's greatest editor, okay, and it's really terrible one actually, and I had no one here to help me edit this thing. So sit back, relax, watch as many of these you want, and of course I want to say thank you for watching my videos and all the new subscribers. I don't go on and ask for subscribers or money or anything, so anybody that does, I really appreciate it. I need to tell them that now. And I also want to send a shout out to China Guitar Skeptic, great friend of mine. It's always been a help to me. And Dave's World of Fun Stuff. Both guys have been a real inspiration to me and helped me through a lot of the work that I've been trying to do on this channel. Okay, so you need to watch their channel too and subscribe to theirs if you haven't already. Okay. Anyway, the first part shows the guitar, shows the problems with it, and how I'm going to work on it. And let's just go from there. Any questions, give me a holler. Right? Dave in Texas. Watch the video. Hi guys, Dave in Texas here, and what we're working on today is this little Epiphone. Right? It's a Standard Pro, and it is a beauty. Let me just show this guitar first. It's a little older guitar, but the thing is, it's never been played. It looks like it stayed in its gig bag for many, many years. I'll have to check the serial number and see how old this guitar is, but it's in excellent condition. Okay, Standard Pro, right? Now, it's got to be at least, I think, maybe 5 years old or 4 years old, because it does not have push-pull pots on it. I think the Standard Pros came with push-pull pots about that time, alright? But I've been all over this guitar, and it's just in perfect, like, new condition. So 4 or 5 years or more, they really took good care of this guitar. It's like, wow. Okay? Let's go to the back of it. It is stunning. Alright, look at that. Just a beauty. Okay, does have a scarf neck, okay, like the older Epiphones had. It's got the real Grover tuners. This is not a Chinese copy, it's a real one. Okay, like I said, it is in perfect condition. Right now, this guitar has changed hands a few times, and what's happened is that it started out with the Epiphone pickups, changed to 59s, I believe, and then the guy gave it away, said, here, I don't want any more, gave it to a friend of his, which is a friend of mine, or a new customer of mine. Anyway, of course, he's been here before, he's not a new customer, it's the second time he's been here. Anyway, thing is, what we're looking at is a problem with these pickups, okay? He decided he would go ahead and install these British pickups himself, okay? And what's happened is you get volume out of the one pickup and the other doesn't work at all, and they don't work at all in unison, right? So what I'd like to do is go through there, check the wiring one more time. Now I checked it with him, and I didn't see anything that just, you know, was glaringly like, aha, missing wire or a bad solder spot. I didn't see that. So I think there may be something that's been miswired or been omitted in the actual wiring. Now, I asked him, do you want me to go through and spend the time and money to fix something that's got a problem, or spend the time and money, put new potentiometers on this guitar and get it really rocking? Alright? So what we decided to do is go with brand new Gibson potentiometers, right? Use his same orange drop caps he's got a good set of those. Alright, and then go from there. So this is what we're installing. It's right here. Okay, it's 500Ks, full set of those. We're going to set it up completely, take care of a couple of fret problems. We got one sharp one, just going to file that down. We're going to level this, and we're going to adjust the pickups. Now, a lot of times these pickups, when you get them, their mounting screws will be so much that they don't fit within the cavities. Okay, so you got to either cut the spring down or cut the length of the screw down, because it won't fit. It don't give any play. Now, see, here's play here. This one's just stuck as hard as a rock and won't. You can't adjust it. So you have to actually, you know, trim that thing down a bit. Now, yes, it's got the Tune-O-Matic bridge. He wants to keep that, which I told him at a later date you may want to change that out for a roller. And he's got the old style tail, which doesn't have the snap-ons that keep it in place like the newer Epis do. Okay, like 3 years ago, I believe they started having all Epis have a snap-on tail. It's got a little spring on this side here, and this side here, that holds that tail in place even when the strings are not attached. Alrighty, and these tuners are just excellent. I mean, they're excellent tuners, and they're brand new and stiff as a board. I mean, these are really stiff. Okay, I was playing with one, snapped an E string, but these are just hard to turn and just, but they may be, you know, stiff, but they're smooth. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And the other problem we've got that we're not going to address this time, maybe later, so we got really bad nut replacement. You can see this or not. They've shimmed it with another piece of wood and put a lot of glue back behind it, and just basically kind of screwed that up a bit. But it's playing, he said. Okay, as far as, you know, without the amp, but it's playing. So we're going to go through here, change out everything that needs to get it, you know, playing, and show you what we're doing as we do it, as best I can without getting my big hands in the way as usual. Okie dokie. And the first thing we need to do is go through and verify on the internet the wiring diagram for these pickups. Make sure there's nothing, you know, out of the ordinary. Okay, that's always the best thing to do. Now, a lot of times I'll take these British pickups and I'll wire them up just like any other Les Paul with cross feeds and have a master volume on the lower one, right? But we'll see what you can do with these. Now they're multi-wire pickups, and you could coil tap them, I believe. I haven't checked it on the internet yet, but I think you can coil tap these. But he doesn't want that done. He just wants it straight up, and that's what we're going to do. Okie doke. So, any questions, let me know. But in the meantime, we're going to get on this thing and let you see how we fix it up and get it playing again. And I'll set it up here in a minute and let you hear it not playing, if that makes sense. I'll show you what's wrong with it electronically. Okay, so hang in there. Okay guys, I'm zoomed in on it. Here's the problem. Wow. I've got a pickup working on the bridge. Alright. But not working at all with both of them. Nothing working on the neck. Okay, so I've got a wiring problem, and I may have a pickup problem on the neck. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. They're new. These are new pickups. But it all points to a wiring problem, but I can't guess at this, okay? And the wiring in here looks like original to the guitar. You know, a little thin, tiny wire that I thoroughly hate. Or I put in there 22 gauge, they'll last forever on this guitar. Well, I think that really a smart thing to do here is go ahead and just rewire it. You know, because it's not that much money to do this, because I'm giving a big discount because he's going to use this on the channel, okay? So I think the smart thing to do here is go ahead and just strip this and put new potentiometers on. Because I don't mark these parts up, guys. The very same thing that I pay for them, you pay for them. So I'll set these up properly, okay? That needs to be done. Right? Make it much easier to play with in the future. And he said he didn't want to put his pickguard back on, which you don't blame him. Look at the finish on this. Beautiful. I mean, this is beautiful. Now, I don't know if it's veneer or not, but this is a Pro, so it could be a cap. But once I get in there and take these pups out, take a look at it, then we'll know. Okay? As we'll also know if that neck pickup's got a problem. So I'll disconnect that from the pots and test it all by itself to see if I can get a reading. Okay, now I got a little bit of a reading on my voltmeter when I tested them. It's still connected, but that's nothing. That's really proved anything, positively. I want to see what kind of resistance I get on both these pickups. Now, according to the website, the bridge is like a 14, that's a rocker, and the neck's an 8, that's a good rock and roll setup. Okay, good metal setup too, but very, very versatile. So these are good pickups, from everything I read about them. And I'll let you know more about it when I get into it, but we're going to switch the cameras around and let you see me taking this thing apart. And like I said, we're going to work on the setup on this, get a better setup on it, and get that neck it's a little bit bowed right at the moment. You can't see that, I can't do the camera on that right now, but neck's a little bowed, the strings are really low. There's not much clearance at all. It's too low and it's buzzing. It's got a lot of fret buzz on this when you have it set up. I'm going to adjust the bridge, it's a little wonky, and just go from there. And these are 10 gauge strings, so I'll be putting new 10 gauge on there. Okay? Now, of course, I'm going to treat the fretboards. I always do these guitars. When they come in, I always put linseed oil on to protect them, right? Because they always come in dry. I showed the owner how dry his was. Like, it changed the color on the thing to a much deeper rosewood color. It still is. You can see the difference. Oh, you can see it too well, but anyway, you can see the difference in person. There's a big difference in the little spots that I touched up with the linseed oil. And it does help protect your, keep your fretboard from cracking, right? So hang in there, and hopefully this nut will hold on and stay put, so you can play this guitar later on, right? So we'll be right back. Hang in there. Okay, now what I've got here is my little portable work stand. I've been working with this one, so I think I can film this better rather than on my table. I can get around it rather than on my table. I can't. I've got to hang it from some way. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but anyway, this, I think I can go 360 around this so I can show you what I'm doing much better, and we're going to see how it comes out. Anyway, I pad these things to make sure they're nice and padded. It's a little bit used, but this came out of the washer dryer, and we're going to set this up and take a look at this guitar and go from there. Okay, so hang in there. Now, earlier I went ahead and took these knobs off using this little device here, which is a little auto parts tool, and I fold a nice thick pad underneath here and come at it and just pop them right off. Now, let's see what we're going to do is get these strings off of here, because we're going to end up taking the pickups out, and these are new tuners on these things. Well, not new, it's new old stock, but they are stiff. Okay, so I started looking around for my drill, and normally I just do this by hand because they're not that hard. These are a little stiffer than normal, and I couldn't find the piece to fit it. Okay, fit this particular bean type, right? So I'm going to use this, if I can get it in the camera. It's in here. Alright. And just give it a nice bunch of whirls. Get these strings off here. Okay? Now, normally these snap in there with this little area there, that little indentation, but it's been broken off for a long time. So I just use it like this, and they come off the same. It unscrews them just as good. Okay? Alright, this is a newer bridge. I'm sorry, tailpiece, and you can see it's got little snap-ons on it, keep it in place, right? So it doesn't fall off the guitar once you have the strings all off, so you can just wire it up with any problems. You don't have to worry about holding it in place while you put these strings on, okay? That's always a nice little helper right there, and I think that's real smart they did this. Nice little extra thing from a standard Pro, okay? Well, I'm going to go ahead and linseed this fretboard if it gets any worse. What we're taking here is just some regular linseed oil, or some, special linseed oil, and just wiping it down the frets. Okay. Make sure we get all the little spots on it. Up against the frets. Nice. Alright, leave any spots bare. I'm going to leave it on there for just a little bit, and then I'm going to take it and wipe it down. There's no excess. Get a chance to soak in some. That's what I'm using. Alright. It's a Hobby Lobby for about $9. I recommend it highly. So that's about it for that. Okay. Go through and wipe it back down again. Let's use the left arm this time. And it leaves a nice shine to it that knows you've coated it all. It should be nothing dull. It should be a nice shine. Okay, let's look a little closer. Camera set up a little better. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this with the legs out on the tripod. See how it does that? Nice, shiny. That's what you want, okay? Protect that board. Alright, now, yesterday when he came over, we looked inside the guitar, and I tried pressing down a few things to see if it wasn't a loose wire or a bad solder spot to try to get this thing to work, and it just won't do it. Now, what's odd about this is, this post here on this potentiometer for the volume, usually you see they'll mirror themselves. Whatever's done to this one, with the exception of certain ground wires, will be done to this one too. And this one has this one lead over and grounded against the pot, while this one is just out there hanging there in space. Okay, I pushed it over myself. So we'll take these out and give them back to him and let him see if he can figure it out later on a different guitar. He's done a pretty good job as far as the work's done. So the soldering's done. So we're going to start with this setup here, Les Paul setup, in the old-fashioned way with these use these same caps, and put it up on a platform or a cardboard piece, and later I start doing some desoldering. And of course, when you desolder, you want to make sure to protect these parts, especially these caps. What I'll do is very quickly get that solder off that post in this cap, and keep this as a heat sink on it. Keep the heat from traveling up. And these particular types of needle nose work real well as a heat sink. Right? Keeps the heat from going all the way up into the cap itself. Goes into this little jewel itself. Okay, gets those real hot. It shouldn't take a few seconds, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, you got. Okay, guys. Something that really concerns me is coming out of this pickup wire, this little ground wire, and that's all that's left of it is that one single thread that seems like it got broken off. That's the ground wire. You can see over here in this pickup lead, there it is, all twisted and grounded down to the pot, right? It's coming out of the gray wire, obviously. And here, it's all broken off. You've gotten really messed up, and you got just this one little tiny thread left for ground. Now, there's not a heck of a whole lot of wire left unless he's wrapped these around the pickup, which I doubt. There's not a lot left, which is why I always tell people, don't cut your pickup wires, okay? But I may have to split this open, go in there and find this ground wire so I can get a better connection other than this little wire here. This is just no good, right? It's one wire for a ground contact, and soldering that is no good, right? That's not going to work very well. And with a shift or a movement, it could just pop free, and then you're back into the same mess you are before. So, looks like I got a little more work to be done on the pickups, but hopefully they may be wound or positioned that I can get some more length out of these things than is there, because there's not a hell of a lot left to get inside this and get any extra wiring if I need it. And it looks like I'm going to need it. Hang in there, guys.